Look, Tia, I told you I'm real. You have blood, look. It's not green. It's red, just like you. I'm a boy. I'm a real man. Okay, so let's keep on filming. I don't want to freak you guys out too much. As if I haven't already. So this is all I have left, guys. It's nasty as shit, but I'll get the job done. I used to be a good friend of mine. We used to go to gym together. No, we never really talked. She's just like Afro-American dude. And we went to the gym back in 2007 together. I never really knew him, but he's from around here. I see him from time to time. He's homeless. He's like semi-homeless. It's so weird because he doesn't look poor at all. But I see him walking around. He just picks up cigarette stubs and just smokes them. It's weird. He's a really great guy. I don't know why people are so different sometimes. But he's a great guy. I don't even know his name. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, I'm going to read to you from this book here. It's my favorite book. And so, here we go. Just a couple of pages, and then after that, I'll get back to you and let you finish your story. So, without further ado. Okay. I heard you. The chain is. There you go. I heard it. Hello. How are you? Alright. So, great book. Without further ado. This is Nature, Man, and Women. Nature, Man, and Women by Alan W. Watts. And Aldous Huxley says that the theme is profoundly important. And the treatment accorded to it in this learned and yet lively and subtle book is worthy of the theme. It's a vintage book, V592, which cost $2.45 in 1970. But if you could believe it, even I could not afford it. I don't even have $2 in my I know I'm I heard some weird sounds. That's okay. While you're dog barking. So, the contents are interesting. Here, we'll just start. Okay. Should I do an English accent or not? Let's do English. I don't care. I'll do English. I have to practice it anyway. I'm going to sound silly, but whatever. Preface. It's not going to sound exactly like that. It's going to be my own version. As I look around my library, I'm often strangely troubled by the way in which my books fit so snugly into categories. Most of my books have to do with philosophy, psychology, and religion, and they represent points of view from every great culture of the world. Yet with absolutely oppressive monotony, they fit themselves into the stale dualities of philosophical and theological argument, varied from time to time with sensible and uninspiring compromises. Volume after volume is so easily identified as supernaturalist or naturalist, vitalist or mechanistic. Mechanist. And metaphysical or positivist, spiritualist or materialist. And the compromised volumes are usually so watered down as to be compilations of platitudes and sentimentalities. Underlying all these dualities, as there seems to be a basic division of opinion about those two great poles of human thought, spirit and nature. Some people stand plainly for one against one and against. Some people stand plainly for one and against the other. Some stand mainly for one but give the other a subordinate role. Others attempt to bring the two together though human thinking moves in such firm ruts that it usually turns out that they have settled inadvertently for one or the other. It is doubtless foolhardy for any philosopher to claim that he has broken loose from these ruts and at the same time said anything meaningful. Discussion is so much a matter of juggling with categories that to start breaking up the categories is usually to break up the discussion. Please, one moment as I take a sip of my coffee. Oh, deliciousness, but I love coffee. Do you like coffee? I don't know. You don't answer my questions, but that's okay. I'm hearing strange sounds all over the place. I know I'm not hallucinating because I never hallucinate. There's dogs outside and people running around outside. And notice this is the only electronic piece of equipment I have. I threw out the television since it belonged to my bastard parents. And the iPhone that my bastard mother gave me for no reason. I don't want them. So, let us proceed. But first, I must have a sip of this delicious beer of mine. The last can I have left. Now I'm drinking this Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale beer that's best served extra cold. It's 4.3% alcohol per volume. It is a volume of 500 milliliters, and it is a product of Ireland, and it contains barley. Now I love my barley. Oh, I love my barley. So let us proceed. So, but this is not just a matter of categories, logic, and philosophical argument. The opposition of spirit and nature is also a matter of life and feeling. Ever since I began to study these matters, I've been puzzled by the way in which exponents of the life of the spirit do not seem to be at home in nature and in their bodies. For even when they do not identify the natural with the evil, they damn it with faint praise. So often I've sympathized with bold pagan rebellion against the bodiless spirituality, and yet never joined it, because the final word of this quote-unquote gather ye rosebuds while ye may philosophy is always despair, or some fatalist utopianism which, because it is only a matter of time, comes to the same thing. For the congenially sick, the victims of accident, the impoverished, and the dying, this philosophy has no message. But is the alternative to joy in the body delight in the discarnate spirit? I have been realizing more and more that partisans to opposed philosophies share the same premises, which are usually unconscious. Furthermore, these premises are transmitted by such social institutions as the structure of language and the learning of roles, influencing us in ways in which we are hardly aware. Thus, the conventional saint and the conventional sinner, the ascetic and the sensualist, the metaphysician and the materialist, have so much in common that their opposition is quite trivial. Like alternating heat and cold, they may be symptoms of the same fever. So without further ado, I'll finish this later, but I'd like to return to the wonderful, beautiful, lovely dear Swan, who will be speaking for at least another 2 hours, and it would be my great pleasure to listen to her as long as she would like to speak. So without further ado, please, Steve, proceed with your story. Thank you. Much love, and God bless. Until next time.